Hello and welcome to a Word Power Nugget and outreach of Agape Word Online. I'm your host, Jerry Williams, and today's nugget comes from the Gospel of Luke. The Gospel of Luke, chapter 10. Beginning at verse 38, I'm reading to you out of the New King James Version of the Bible. But it happened as they went, he entered a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha welcomed him into her home. And she had a sister called Mary, who also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was distracted with much serving, and she approached him and said, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Therefore tell her to help me." And Jesus answered and said to her, "Martha, Martha, you are troubled and worried about many things, but one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part, which will not be taken away from her." I want to talk about the good part. The good part. Here in our text that we just read, we can see that Mary and Martha both loved Jesus. But on this particular occasion, they were both serving him in their own way. But Martha thought Mary's style of serving was inferior to hers. Martha didn't realize that in her desire to serve, she was actually neglecting her guest. I'm talking about her guest, Jesus. Beloved, are you so busy doing things for Jesus that you're not spending any time with him? Are you so busy doing the work of the Lord, you're completely ignoring the Lord of the work? Be careful. Your service can become self-serving. Let me say that again. Your service can become self-serving. Jesus said that Mary had chosen the good part. What Jesus meant is that Mary had her priorities straight. Mary heard the word and esteemed the word to be greater than the natural responsibilities and the cares of life. But on the other hand, Martha and Mary were both spiritual women. It's just that Martha was distracted by other things pertaining to life and service. Listen, this is clear. Our priority should be God first, our spouse second, our children third, so forth and so on. Now, it's vital. Let me say it this way. It's vital that we balance our devotion toward God and our duties toward man. There has to be a balance. In other words, balance your personal relationship with God with personal duties with respect to service and ministry to mankind. Our spiritual lives will grow from the time we spend with God. Let me say that again. Our spiritual lives will grow from the time we spend with God. The scriptures state that we must study to show ourselves approved unto God, for his use and his service. A workman who needeth not to be ashamed. Although Martha had faith in what Jesus could do, she failed to balance her personal devotion to his word. Beloved, never let good works distract you from a wholehearted relationship with God. Choose the good part. Let me say it again. Choose the good part, and remember, his presence comes before his work. God's presence comes before God's work. Well, that's our nugget for today. And I want you to be inspired, be edified, be encouraged, be empowered. Be empowered. Visit our website at agapeword.net. Leave me a note at jerrywilliams@agapeword.net. Beloved, have a blessed day and have faith in God.